Tonight on the CBS3 News at 5, a Christmas Day explosion rocks downtown Nashville. The latest on those injured and the aftermath. Plus, why a Duluth man's annual donation means so much more this year. How he's helping students learning from home. And Hayward kids send trout to space. The lessons they've learned from an out-of-this-world experiment.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Well, after being closed for 2 nights, the lights are back on at Bentleyville tonight. Here's a live look at the holiday light display, which is traditionally very busy on Christmas. Wednesday's blizzard and yesterday's dangerous cold shut down the event, but they were able to get things back up and running for the holiday. Good evening and Merry Christmas. I'm Briggs LeSavage. Thanks for joining us. Well, this Christmas dawned in Nashville, Tennessee. An enormous explosion rocked the city, sending several people to the hospital and causing extensive damage. Now, within the last hour, we've learned human remains were found at the scene. At this point, we don't know if the person who died was the suspect or a victim. CBS News' Elise Preston shares more about what we know so far.
The explosion shook the heart of downtown Nashville, unleashing giant flames and a cloud of black smoke, leaving a path of charred debris, shattered glass, and ruptured water lines.
It looks like a bomb went off on 2nd Avenue. That's, an explosion.
As officers swarmed to the scene, police said this was not an accident.
We do believe that the explosion was an intentional act.
Shortly before the blast, police had received reports of shots fired.
As also responded, they encountered an RV that had a recording saying that a potential bomb would detonate within 15 minutes. Officers, upon hearing that, decided to evacuate the buildings nearby.
Minutes later, the RV exploded, knocking an officer to the ground. The Nashville FBI is now heading the investigation and says it has investigative leads, but also asked the public for tips.
This is our city, too. We live here, we work here, and we're putting everything we have into finding who was responsible for what's happened here today.
Nashville police tweeted this photo of the RV as it arrived in the early morning hours and asked the public for information. The downtown streets were mostly deserted on Christmas morning, which kept injuries to a minimum.
We've made 3 transports to area hospitals. None of those transports at this point are critical.
As K-9 units searched the area, federal resources flowed into Nashville, including explosive specialists with the top priority of making sure there are no further threats to public safety. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
The explosion was right outside the AT&T building in Nashville. There are reports of service outages around the city, and flights out of Nashville are also grounded as the FAA deals with service issues. Back here at home, 2 people are without a place to go after a Christmas Eve house fire. Firefighters responded to North 59th Avenue West in Duluth's Cody neighborhood around 5:50 last night. A resident there was trying to put out the fire, but left the building when firefighters got there. The electrical fire was ruled accidental. No one was hurt, and damage is estimated at $30,000. Well, CBS3 meteorologist Peter Kavakowskis joins us now with a quick look at weather. Merry Christmas, Peter.
Merry Christmas, Briggs.
Thank you. A very cold holiday out there today.
Yeah, we definitely started off the day on a really cold note today. Last night, temperatures fell back into sub-zero teens for most of us. If we take a look at those temperatures right now, as you can see, we started off the day on a really cold note. For us here, the low last night was -12 up at Duluth International. But take a look at places like Hibbing and Orr and Ely, -21, -20 respectively. Silver Bay coming in at -17 last night. Big Fork coming in at -22. The good news is we only get warmer from here. High temperatures today topped out in the teens for most of us. Some places out west, especially towards Grand Rapids, Big Fork, you can see they came in the 20s today. 26 in Walker, 21 in Grand Rapids, as well as 21 degrees in Big Fork. Right now, with that sunset outside, 12 degrees with mostly clear skies overhead, but clouds are going to begin to fill in tonight as we head through the rest of the night tonight, and that gives us a rather mild night comparatively speaking to what we saw last night. 12 degrees tonight with increasing clouds overhead. Definitely a chilly one still with a northwest wind blowing between 5 and 10 miles per hour, but tracking another snow threat as well as a cool down in that 7-day forecast. I'll have more of that coming up. Briggs?
Well, a Duluth man has spent the past several years helping students by donating laptops. But this year, as distance learning became the way of the world, his donations went from helpful to crucial. CBS3's Ryan Campos spoke with Thomas Meter to learn why he's making these donations and what it means to the students who receive them.
Throughout his career and into retirement, Thomas Meter has made sure as many students as possible have a laptop to work on for free.
Pfizer has been supportive of my community efforts, and I'm passionate about supporting schools.
For more than a decade, the longtime pharmaceutical rep has been helping students through Pfizer's laptop donation program. The company has their old laptops refurbished, and he gives them to Meter. Meter makes sure they find a new home. Over the past 3 years, he's given them to Denfeld seniors.
Denfeld, in my experience, has been the best high school in the sense of setting up rigor and a process to ensure that the students who are in most need of the laptops, in fact, receive them.
40 laptops have been donated by Meter and Pfizer and given to a chosen group of students at Denfeld to make sure they are ready for the next step in education.
When we think of laptops, you know, it's not something that you really think a big deal about when somebody's going off to college or post-secondary or, you know, even using in the high school realm. And every little bit helps.
And now with the pandemic and students learning from home, they need this technology more than ever.
Showing up on their doorstep and telling them that they've won a laptop just brought some of them to tears. It was amazing to see how grateful and happy they were to have these, to just cut that cost out of their expenses for the following year.
There's an application and committee process to help determine which students get those free laptops. The students get to keep them for good. Well, meanwhile, a Hayward Middle School class is working on a project that is out of this world. A group of 8th grade students from the Lakudare Ojibwe Middle School sent their science project into space this month. The project is part of the school's competition for the Student Spaceflight Experiments program. The students used rainbow trout eggs as their test subjects. They placed 4 to 5 of them in tubes, and then those tubes were flown on SpaceX-21 to the International Space Station. The experiment will test how microgravity affects the development of the rainbow trout. LCO Middle School is the first tribal school to ever participate.
Something I think everybody wanted or hoped for is to have representation, tribal representation, and to have the cultural connection with the project.
SpaceX-21 will return to Earth next month. We'll hear from the students who had the idea for that project coming up at 6. So the film on Live at 5, how Hibbing police and fire departments are giving back this holiday season. And one local food shelf is getting some much-needed help. Stay tuned. City by City is next.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Hit the slopes this winter with alpine skis from Continental Ski and Bike. Come in and browse our massive selection of alpine skis, or let our highly skilled technicians tune up your current skis so you're all set for your next adventure.
Thanks for the ride to practice.
How often do you play?
As often as I can, but right now I have to shop for a Medicare plan.
Well, UCare has a range of Medicare Advantage options, with plan premium starting at $0 a month. By the way, thanks for wearing your skate guard.
It's just hard to ride with my hockey bag, you know?
Oh, trust me, I know.
Black Bear Casino Resort is excited to bring you Frosty Free Play. Join us every Saturday in December from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Players Club members have the chance to win $10 in free play after earning 30 points. After earning 30 points, players swipe their Players Club card at any kiosk and win $10 in free play. Plus, you can win up to 4 times a day. That's a maximum of 4 swipes a day and a total of $40 in free play won. We can't wait to see you at the Bear every Saturday in December for Frosty Free Play. Make the Bear your place.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, Mediacom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below-average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3.
Well, welcome back to CBS 3's Live at 5. We're taking a live look towards Spirit Mountain on this cold Christmas day. Will the cold be sticking around? Peter Kevakowskis will have your full forecast next. But first, let's take a look around our region. The Hibbing Police and Fire Department came together to spread joy this holiday season, and another Northland event has been axed by COVID-19. Those stories and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. The Hibbing Police and Fire Departments are helping those in need this year. They spent the last 3 days delivering gifts and food to 20 families. The Hibbing Police Association came up with the idea, and donations come from the members' paychecks. And over in Wisconsin, for the last 24 years, skiers and snowboarders have ventured from Ashland to Washburn by crossing the frozen Lake Superior every February. The Book Across the Bay race started as a fundraiser for the Washburn Public Library and has now grown over the years to support dozens of local organizations. Now, due to the pandemic, organizers had to cancel 2021's event. The race board members say they couldn't find a solution that would allow them to hold the event safely. And Minnesota State Senator Tom Bock's Stock the Shelves initiative has stepped up to the plate once again. Bock's 15th annual food shelf fundraiser collected around $90,000 to help more than 20 Arrowhead region food shelves. The Quad City Food Shelf in Virginia is one of those recipients. For every dollar the food shelf receives, it can buy $7 worth of food. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, we all know every moment is critical when an officer is hurt. The same goes for their canine partners. Learn how a medical chopper company hopes to help, coming up after the break.
And taking a look at Spirit Mountain right now, it looks like they're making some snow, but Mother Nature's going to provide some snow of her own within the next 7 days. I'll break it all down coming up.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS 3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
How can you show appreciation and say thanks to our area retail workers? While all gifts are appreciated, here is what helps keep us safe. The greatest gift of all. First, don't shop if you're not feeling well. Stay home and ask friends or family to help you. Keep your trips to a minimum. Pick up 2 weeks of supplies at a time if possible. Wash your hands before you come in and wear a cloth face cover. You can use a mask or a bandana. If possible, keep those cute kids at home and don't touch things you don't plan on buying. Keep your cash in your piggy bank and pay with your debit or credit card. Finally, try not to touch your face and be sure to wash your hands when you get home. Thank you for your help in creating a safer community.
New name, same great service. Auto Care Collision Center has joined the CarStar family, and we're ready to serve the Northland. Call CarStar Auto Care Collision for your auto body repair needs.
This is a special announcement from Prime Appliance. Black November pricing will continue the entire month of December. Prime Appliance knows it's been a rough year. To make it a little bit better, our gift to you is Black November pricing all through the entire month of December. If you need appliances, now is the time. All washers and dryers, ranges, freezers, refrigerators, microwaves, dishwashers, 4-piece kitchen suites, everything has Black November pricing. Financing always available. You can take it home today or you can let the pros deliver it to you. Prime Appliance is the only place to buy your appliances. Come in and let us prove it to you.
Thank you to our customers for making this year a success. We're honored for the trust that you have placed in us.
From our family to yours, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year.
Miners National Bank of Evelyn, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Northwest Outlet is your ARE truck topper headquarters.
Well, we warmed up a little bit today, but I'm tracking another cool down as well as a possible shot at some major snowfall in that 7-day forecast. I'll break it all down and have the details coming up tonight at 6.
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, continue watching CBS 3. CBS3 weather is brought to you by Continental Ski and Bike.
And welcome back. It was definitely another chilly one out there. Today's high temperatures topped out at 16 degrees. Last night's low, -12. As you can see, it was another day below average. Average high for this time of year should be 20 degrees, and average night low right around 4, so we are well below that. But the good news is temperatures only increase from here as we head through the rest of the weekend. Current conditions out there across the region. We got 12 degrees in Superior, 13 on top of the hill, 15 in Evelyn, 18 in Orr, 18 in International Falls, 20 in Baudette as well. And then down in Wisconsin, they're sitting in the teens as well as single digits down there. 10 in Solon Springs, 11 in Ashland, and 15 degrees right now in La Pointe. The good news is that as we head through the rest of the night, clouds begin to fill in. The temperatures really don't drop all that much further as we head through the rest of the night tonight because those clouds help to keep us warmer. But we're still dealing with some minor wind chill issues. At least we're not sub-zero. Right now we're talking about wind chills in the single digits for most of us. 2 in Ely, 9 is what it feels like in Orr, 10 in International Falls, 10 as well in Baudette, 5 in Bemidji. And then you can see down in the UP, they're still dealing with sub-zero wind chills there. -2 is Reelfield and Ironwood, -1 in Watersmeet. So still a relatively chilly night. But the good news is temperatures are on the increase as we head through the rest of the night tonight and into this weekend. Right now you can see on satellite and radar, not dealing with anything really here to talk about. Maybe some clouds the further north you go towards Grand Marais, International Falls, up towards the international border. But as we zoom out, you can see there's a fair share of clouds off to our west in North Dakota, South Dakota. That all has to gradually begin to fill in as we head through the night tonight. And that's what's going to keep our temperatures rather mild. So let's time that all out for you. As we head towards Friday, 5 p.m., you can see that we got the snow. No snow overhead. We got those clouds off to our north towards Silver Bay, Grand Marais, Ely, or International Falls. Then those clouds will gradually begin to spread south as we head through the rest of the night tonight. And towards Saturday, 2 a.m., most of us are looking to be mostly cloudy. As we head towards Saturday morning, we begin to see some gradual clearing. Maybe partly cloudy skies for most of us. I think we'll see some breaks of sunshine, but a good portion of the day on Saturday will feature mostly cloudy skies overhead. Then as we head towards Saturday evening, we have a little bit of clearing, but those clouds quickly fill back in, all of association of our next snowmaker that comes our way Sunday. So towards Sunday 3 a.m., you can see there's not much snow talking about there, but then you saw some snow towards Sunday 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., but towards Sunday evening, we're all beginning to clear out once again. How much snow are we talking about with that? Maybe 1 to 3 inches across of us for most of us here in the Northland. But then let's turn our attention towards Tuesday into Wednesday as well. Here comes another snow system as we head towards Tuesday. It seems like this system could actually pack quite the punch, maybe talking about what we saw last week, and this week as well on Wednesday and Thursday. So something to stay tuned for as we head through the rest of the week. Temperatures tonight fall back into the teens for most of us, single digits for some, especially down in Wisconsin, 9 in Solon Springs, 7 in Hayward, 12 for us here in the Twin Ports, 11 in Hibbing, 13 in International Falls, 10 in Ely. Temperatures tomorrow, we rise up into the upper teens as well as lower 20s. 22 in Solon Springs, 19 in Duluth, 18 in Hibbing. And here's a look at that 7-day forecast. So we have a chance of snow come Sunday. Monday's another cold one with high temperatures only topping out at 4 degrees. But as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday, you can see the snow threats on the increase once again. Something we're going to want to keep an eye on as we head through this weekend into beginning of next week. So
yeah, I'm very thankful though that it seems like most of the cold is behind us.
Yes.
For now, anyway, we get a little reprieve. My dog loved that cold. Me, not so much. He was trying to extend his walks.
You don't have a fur coat, so.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Peter.
Yep.
Well, when a police officer is injured in the line of duty, every minute counts, and the same goes for their canine partners. Now, a medical chopper service in Texas is protecting those loyal four-legged officers. Elise Preston introduces us to the Air Ambulance program, taking canine care to new heights.
For nearly 12 years, this team worked side by side for the Houston Police Department. Officer Kristen Yulin and her canine partner, Sita, who died of a seizure over the summer.
When she walked into the room, she just wanted to meet everybody and see everybody, and then she just had this never quit working attitude.
Sita's legacy is still working. She was the model for designing the first air ambulance service for police dogs. The Memorial Hermann Life Flight's chopper fleet is now equipped to triage canine officers and get them to vet clinics quickly.
Once we get them on board the aircraft, we'll start doing definitive care, such as airway management, oxygen administration, IV fluid administration.
What an interesting challenge for your medics who have been treating human patients for so long, and now they're using those skills for a different species.
The medical crews are ecstatic. They're all trying to figure out who's going to be the first one to actually get called.
Pre-COVID, Life Flight trained more than 280 handlers across Texas. The Houston-based service is inspiring agencies across the country to reimagine triage care for canines.
People in California and New York that have actually reached out and said, hey, when can we attend a class? When can we do something like this or learn more about it?
About 2 to 3 dozen canine officers die in the line of duty every year, most often getting hit by gunshots or cars.
Life Flight is the best, so if those guys are going to show up, there is a chance that your dog in a few different minutes could have a life saved.
Yulin still misses her canine partner and is proud that her work lives on. Elise Preston, CBS News.
Well, as part of their training, officers are taught to pack wounds, perform CPR, and use tourniquets to help stabilize their canine partners. Well, it's that time of the show now where we get to talk about adoptable pets. Today's pet comes to us from the Range Regional Rescue in Hibbing. His name is Bentley. Bentley is a 3-year-old pit bull mix. His life has been a little rough so far. However, he's hoping for a much brighter future. Bentley can be a little shy and jumpy because of his traumatic past, but if his forever home is quiet, patient, and loving, he will certainly come out of his shell, and he's very cute. If you would like to set up an appointment to adopt Bentley and give him a forever home for his holidays, you can call the number there on your screen. Still to come, $600 could soon be showing up in your bank account. The latest on the federal fight for COVID relief coming up next.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next?
How do you get in front of companies or get a patent?
Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors just like you for 35 years.
And thousands of people contact them every month.
With 65 offices, you can meet with an InventHelp representative near you who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. And they offer 3D animations and prototyping services to help demonstrate your idea. InventHelp's exclusive databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to confidentially review new ideas, like yours.
Don't wonder what to do next. Take action right now and get the help you need from InventHelp.
InventHelp. Call today for free information.
800-461-0354. That's 800-461-0354 now.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me? They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, this holiday season, you can celebrate knowing you look your best with Plexiderm. Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to, like, get rid of the bags? And
yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This holiday season is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
All is calm in Christmas Day in Washington. President Trump is at his Mar-a-Lago resort and Congress is out of town. But the stage is set for a showdown next week with federal lawmakers returning to fight off a government shutdown and to possibly override a presidential veto. Skylar Henry is in Washington with more.
President Trump tweeted a simple message Friday morning, Merry Christmas, before heading out for a round of golf.
During the sacred season.
On Christmas Eve, he and First Lady Melania Trump praised essential workers in a holiday video.
We have been inspired by the kindness and courage of citizens across this country.
Merry Christmas.
President-elect Joe Biden and his wife Jill also tweeted a holiday message.
We know that this won't be forever, and brighter days are coming soon.
This Christmas, millions of Americans are facing a financial crisis, with federal unemployment benefits set to run out Saturday, unless the president signs the COVID relief bill Congress passed earlier this week. The bill has been flown to Florida in case the president decides to sign it, but Tuesday he suggested he may not, unless lawmakers increase direct stimulus payments from $600 to $2,000. Congress will return Monday for a rare late December session after Republicans blocked Democrats' effort to push through a payment increase.
Believe it or not, Democrats agree with the president, at least to the extent that we need to sign this bill now.
House Democrats say they'll hold a full vote on the proposal for $2,000 payments. Lawmakers may also have to stave off a government shutdown, with COVID relief attached to the $1.4 trillion government spending bill.
I hope the president looks at this again and reaches that conclusion that the best thing to do is to sign the bill.
The president set up another showdown with Congress by vetoing an essential defense bill. Congress has until next Sunday to override the veto. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
President Trump tweeted that he will hold a video conference with U.S. service members stationed around the world later today.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, an explosion rocks Nashville, leaving extensive damage behind on Christmas morning, why authorities believe the act was intentional. Plus, new travel rules to keep Americans safe from a new strain of coronavirus as the globe celebrates the holiday in an unprecedented way. And Steve Hartman is on the road with a Secret Santa delivering much-needed holiday cheer to essential workers. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
New name, same great service. Auto Care Collision Center has joined the CarStar family, and we're ready to serve the Northland. Call CarStar Auto Care Collision for your auto body repair needs.
Everything that happens on a day-to-day basis in terms of news, no matter what happens in news, weather is always constant, weather is always changing as well. So it's still an important role as the meteorologist to kind of still stay grounded and to kind of just know that role and what to take and kind of just make sure you're delivering what's the most important for your viewers. But then also I like to touch base on the national things. All of those news stories also tie in with weather stories because they do go kind of hand in hand.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Hi, I'm Matt Hunter, president of your local United Way. Head of the Lakes United Way fights for the basic needs, education, financial stability, and health of every person in every community that we serve. We fund more than 70 local nonprofit programs in our region. Now more than ever, our communities need your support. Invest in your community. Give where you live. Join us and live united. Head of the Lakes United Way. Give, advocate, volunteer. HLUnitedWay.org/donate.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Christmas evening. It was a cold one out there today, so hopefully many of you spent the day inside celebrating. Well, before we go, here's a quick look back at our top local stories at 5. 2 people are without a place to go after a Christmas Eve house fire. It happened in Duluth's Cody neighborhood around 5:50 last night. No one was hurt, but the fire caused $30,000 in damage. And after being closed for 2 nights, the lights are back on at Bentleyville. Here's a live look at the holiday light display, which is traditionally very busy on Christmas. I think you can see a lot of headlights down there waiting to drive through. Wednesday's blizzard and yesterday's dangerous cold shut down the event, but they were able to get things back up and running for the holiday. Well, Peter joins us now with a final look at weather. How's the night looking out there, Peter?
Night's shaping up to be a nice one. If those clouds begin to fill in, that means temperatures don't fall back nearly as far as they have the past 2 nights. But in the 7-day forecast, as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, you can see the weekend looks to be a nice one to begin with, but snow begins to fill in for Sunday. Seems like that could drop between 1 to 3 inches. Monday's another cold one, temperatures topping out at 4 degrees. And we have a snow threat for Tuesday and Wednesday, something we're going to want to keep an eye on because it seems like it could be a big one again.
All right, a good night to check out Bentleyville then. Kind of calm out there.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Peter. Well, that's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.